best aesthetic. Because a game can look like a fucking potato, but if it's got style, it's got style. It's the best aesthetic is for the game that best uses style, a combination of art style, sound design that makes it stand out from the beige of normality. So we can be looking at games with strong colors, music, or just a game that just feels good to be in. The nominees for this category are Daemon X Machina, Disco Elysium, Samurai Showdown, River City Girls, Blasphemous, Sayonara Wild Hearts, Void Bastards, Hypnospace Outlaw, and Ape Out. We have how many nominees is this? 4, 5, 6.
9.
We have four to drop.
Yeah.
Oh boy. So where do
What
we
bastards
start?
will stay? What bastards stay?
Okay, well,
I like that style.
I have a companion with this one. Yes.
That one stay.
Which one stay?
Void
Void
Bastards.
Bastards.
Mm.
I would vote to keep. Like, cause I am torn here. My vote is being split right now between Blasphemous and Daemon X Machina. Because these are two very good-looking games. Daemon X Machina, I feel like fits the spirit of best aesthetic better because it's got the bold colors. Because it's a Switch game, man. Switch games in general are doomed to do very well in this category. Just because of how the Switch works. Especially when you compare it to Project Icarus. Like, Daemon X Machina is just... It's the good shit, man. It gets that anime shit down good.
Okay.
Blasphemous.
I could make a case against Disco Elysium. My point is that the game has a strong grimy look to it, and it looks good. Don't get me wrong, but I think among of these contenders, I don't think it would make it. Unless someone here is really passionate about Disco Elysium as an aesthetic. Not as a game, as an aesthetic, as in how it looks, how it sounds, how stylish it is. And I guess no one is that enthused with Disco Elysium in this category. I think we can cut it up.
Yeah, we can cut it.
Okay.
I am okay with dropping Samurai Showdown. Because ultimately it kind of just looks like a slightly polished up Street Fighter 4, and I'm not a really big fan of the Street Fighter 4 aesthetic.
Ooh.
That being said, the Ishins are still fucking cool. That's the one thing that will keep it on the list is the Ishins.
But
other than that, they're like the supers, I think. They're the ones that like the screen goes red and black. And
yeah. Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, the point that I put Samsho here is that the game's aesthetic is boldly Japanese. It is boldly Japanese. It's not like Japanese art. No, it is like culturally Japanese.
Yep.
Which is really refreshing to see.
This is true. So, on that same category would be Blasphemous because it is so Catholic it hurts. It's a great world to be in, man. Everything about that game is so fucking Catholic.
So we can cross that out?
No, I'm saying that's my reason I want it to stay because it looks so good. Like everything in the world works, you know. It blends. It's working together, and I feel that's what best aesthetic should be.
So I wonder who put Ape Out in this list.
What do you don't like about Ape Out? It's
like a VR game, super hard.
No,
it's not. What do you mean?
Okay. Go on the side there. Also open the sound. Have sound on your side and look at the gameplay. Because Ape Out, even though it just looks like that, it complements so well with the soundtrack, which is basically like improv jazz, like playing, and also the hectic gameplay of being a gorilla on the loose blends so well with the aesthetic. It just meshes so well.
It reminds me of chaotic Tom and Jerry.
Yeah, perfect.
So on that note, because I completely forgot music was a thing, Demon X Machina has metal music.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna keep it in.
When you fight the big...
I want to see Demon sticks around.
I think for me, which just cut out Hypnospace Outlaw. I mean, the aesthetic is pretty good, 90s computer, and the MIDI files and also. Tapi, well, if you look at the list, kan, it's quite like, it's so. But still, Granny Scream, hot butter ice cream though.
Yeah, that's the thing. Hypnospace Outlaw strong point is the butter ice cream. Also, inside the world, there's a genre. There's a specific genre of music. It's called cool punk. It sounds
like a boomer thing.
It sounds exactly what you expect. I mean, if there are internet users in 1999, probably a boomer, I guess.
Yeah, by now lah.
By now.
If you're using the internet in 99, you would be a millennial because you could be. You would be born in the 80s.
Oh, okay. There are boomers in Hypnospace Outlaw. It's in the zone where there's like conspiracy theories, the community management, there are a few weird. Hypnospace Outlaw basically showcases the eccentricness of the 90s. All the weird stuff in the 90s is both celebrated and derided. Do you want a bonsai buddy equivalent to mess around with your computer? It's there. Do you want to be annoyed by a lot of pop-up ads? It's there. You want to find like weird HTML links that leads to weird places? Also there. Do you want to install weird applications that may or may not be safe? Sure.
To vote to kick, I would drop River City Girls.
Ooh.
Because I feel like among beat 'em ups, it's not that much more aesthetic than.
Sure. Not to say that it doesn't look good. It's just not strong enough.
Yeah, it's just not strong enough against Metal Mecha and Jazz Gorilla.
Sure. Anyone else? Any other? Is there any disagreement on this?
No.
Okay, so that's well, this is always the toughest category every year because when a game has a good aesthetic, it has a fucking good aesthetic. Let's see. No one has bat for Sayonara Wild Hearts yet.
It's a pop album about lesbians. as we discovered in the pre-show last episode, it's a pop album about lesbians. But it depends. If you guys really sold on the idea of a lot of pop songs and a lot of hectic but very clear and distinct fast animations with very bright colors.
I like it. It's just that the something about like the neon color, the neon and the colors just kind of like it feels like I've seen it before. That's my main problem.
Sure. It's more that it's more that it's well executed, but I can understand your argument.
Yeah. I mean, I can go either way on it. It's just that's the first thought that comes to mind. The fact that the poster has them doing the Akira pose doesn't help either.
All right.
I feel strongly about Ape Out because Jazz Gorilla.
Hold on. Let's go back with Sam Show. Do you want to have Sam Show still running here?
I am okay with it being dropped. Like again, for the same reason as River City Girls, like it's a great aesthetic. I just feel like it's having trouble keeping up with the rest here because everyone else here is a really strong contender.
Okay, anyone else have any opinions on this?
No, he has a point.
I would
So-
gladly drop that, even though I really like the improvement of the aesthetic from SNK. But still,
Yeah,
we
the fucking haiku super.
One more
on
to
that
drop.
Note, on that note, I feel like we can drop Blasphemous. So, like, it's the competition is too stiff here. Like, I feel like Blasphemous would be dropped as well.
And I hear no other arguments.
Nope.
So yeah, we have now narrowed the list to 5.
Let the deliberations begin. Demon X Machina. It's a fucking mecha anime. It's everything about it is mecha. It's great. You have the fucking metal soundtrack that plays every time you fight a giant mecha. It is Japan jank at its finest. Characters characters have weird names like Panzer Queen, Guns Empress, and there's a character who's just called Nemesis.
Yep.
So it's
The
it's
hallmark-
all the good.
Yeah, the hallmark of a Japanese jank game. The names.
Yeah, man. You can name your mech any kind of Japan jank name you want as well. Naturally, there's a sword. I think there's a sword called Excalibur in the game as well. I can't remember. But yeah, this is me defending Daemon X Machina, man. It's a good time. Like when you fire missiles in the game, they have a blue aura around them to show that that's your missiles. It looks so good because the rest of the background is red. Like shit, man. What else? Mech, defend your rhythm lesbians.
I have not much to say other than rhythm lesbians. I mean, it's more that I like what I see and what I hear. It's
Okay.
not. There's not much other than to say that it's what I see and what I hear is well executed, and it can still stand alone. Even if the gameplay is removed, I would still listen to that bopping pop album and music video.
Okay, Void Bastards.
Okay. This is a UK comic book. It has a UK comic book style. As in, you start with the game, it has like the lettering of Void Busters, issue this and this. And all of the fonts are like comic book style fonts. And all of the characters have lot of black outlines. And the color is very striking.
It's popping it. You cannot make a video game, comic book aesthetic game this good. I mean, I haven't seen this good.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. That's a good one. That's a good one.
And I love the fact that the enemies are all just 2D sprites with limited animations, and they still look good as stills.
Yeah, just from screenshots, this game looks amazing.
And when I say British, they went really hard on with the British. All of the accents of the voiceover are all British / Scottish, I guess, and which resulted in the very UK centric puns.
So Hypnospace Outlaw then?
Well, if you look at the word aesthetic spelled like how we spell it, you can put any screenshot of Hypnospace Outlaw and side by side with anything that you consider that sort of aesthetic, and it fits. That is aesthetic.
And boy,
the game
it does.
Of course, it doesn't mean it should win. It is an aesthetic. But it is
Yep.
an aesthetic that, it is well executed as well. They went there and they landed hard on it.
And lastly, Ape Out. Jazz Monkey.
Just
Chaotic Tom and Jerry.
I think
So,
I think the best part of Ape Out is that everything works in motion within gameplay.
yeah,
I
that
think
makes sense.
that's the slight edge of Ape Out, from my opinion, among the other games here. So yeah.
Okay, so I guess we shall now move on to the voting. Anand, let's start with you.
Let's see.
Hmm.
I'll vote for Demon Ex Machina.
Ooh. Spicy.
That is. Irham?
After listening to, I have the worst aesthetic wise in my brain.
Oh,
So
your definition of aesthetic is very different then.
yeah. What I'm thinking of really good are not that good to other people. So
It's okay. Don't worry. They can't hurt you from here. You're safe on the internet.
so base. So I'm using you guys' new argument lah. So I guess Hypnospace Outlaw looks pretty cool.
Ooh.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
a convincing opinion.
Mac, you.
My problem is on the list, 4 of them are my babies. And
Same, man.
And I would root for Demon Ex Machina as well. So I have no idea where my vote is going to be. Because I
Daniel?
don't care anyone wins here. I'm still gonna be happy.
Daniel, how we doing this?
It's 2-1, right? So I'm going to go for Hypnospace Outlaw. So that's 2-2.
Oh no, it's
So-
it's 2-1 now. I haven't voted yet.
Yeah, so it's 2-1. So I'm gonna go for Hypnospace Outlaw because just the fact that it's aesthetic as heck. So yeah.
See, I would have to go for Demon here because I just remembered how many times mecha games are boring military tactical bullshit. So it's been a long time since we've gotten a good anime-ass mecha game.
You mean the Switch game?
Switch game.
I forgot.
It is the Switch game. What do you mean?
Yeah, I
the
don't
other
know what
one.
you're
The other
talking.
one. The other one.
What?
I'm ignoring you to move on to Okay, Mac, we need you here as a tiebreaker.
Look, it's the best way. This is the best end. I'm gonna put a vote to Hypnospace Outlaw.
Ooh.
Bonzi Buddy wins.
Bonzi Buddy wins with landslide.
Someone uninstall that spyware because we have a winner. Because they went over the top with the aestheticness of the game. They should just make just what. Apparently, if you go into all of the other websites, they have their own cliques and very different aesthetics. As I mentioned, the cool punk is another thing, and there's also the kids zone. So weird.
Yeah, a lot of love was put into that, so it definitely deserves this.